Think you're covering all the essentials in your hygiene routine? Think again. Neglecting certain body parts can speed up aging, cause hidden health problems, and leave you feeling less than your best. Most people focus on their hands and face, but what about the forgotten areas? From the behind-the-ear build-up to neglected feet, these overlooked spots can trap bacteria, lead to irritation, and even affect your overall well-being. Meet Margaret, 67. She thought she had a solid hygiene routine, showering daily, brushing her teeth and washing her hands regularly. But over time, she started noticing some uncomfortable changes. Her skin felt itchy. Certain areas developed an unusual odor, and even her joints ached more than usual. At first, she brushed it off as part of aging. But when small red patches turned into painful skin infections, Margaret decided to see a doctor. What she learned shocked her. She had been neglecting 5 key areas of her body, spots that most people forget to clean thoroughly. These overlooked areas had trapped bacteria, sweat and dead skin cells, leading to infections, inflammation, and even contributing to her joint discomfort. With just a few simple changes, Margaret felt fresher, healthier, and more comfortable in her own skin. As we age, hygiene becomes even more critical. A weaker immune system makes infections harder to fight. Slower healing means that minor irritations can turn into long-term problems. And for seniors with mobility issues, missed hygiene spots can create serious discomfort or even lead to dangerous bacterial growth. Yet most people, like Margaret, don't realize these risks until they start experiencing symptoms. That's why today we're revealing 5 commonly neglected body parts that could be affecting your health without you even realizing it. And trust me, the last one will surprise you. Taking care of these areas doesn't just help you feel cleaner. It can prevent infections, reduce inflammation, and even improve your overall comfort and well-being. So, if you want to stay healthier and feel your best every day, keep watching. And before we dive in, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications, because small changes today can make a big difference in your future health. Let's take control together. Most people wash their face and hair regularly, but there's one tiny area that often gets overlooked, behind the ears. It's easy to forget, but this small spot is a hidden magnet for sweat, oil, dirt and bacteria. Margaret, from our earlier story, never thought twice about washing behind her ears. She figured her shampoo and face wash were enough to keep the area clean. But over time, she started noticing something strange. An odd, musty smell that wouldn't go away, even right after a shower. At first, she blamed her pillow or her hair products. Then she developed itchy red patches, and eventually the skin behind her ears started cracking and peeling. A visit to the dermatologist revealed something she never expected. Bacteria build up from improper cleansing. Just because an area seems small doesn't mean it's harmless. Neglecting this small area can lead to skin irritation, sweat, dead skin cells, and oil build up quickly, creating a breeding ground for bacteria. Fungal or bacterial infections, moist, warm areas like behind the ears, are perfect for fungal growth, leading to rashes and infections. Unpleasant odors. Have you ever noticed an odd smell behind your ears? That's bacteria thriving in an unclean environment. Did you know? This area has sebaceous or oil glands, meaning it can become oily just like your face. If not cleaned properly, it can trap sweat, grease and dead skin cells, leading to unpleasant odors and breakouts. Simple fixes to keep this area fresh and healthy. Daily gentle cleaning. Every day, take a warm washcloth with mild soap and gently wipe behind your ears. Don't scrub too hard, just a light but thorough cleanse. Double check after showers. Many people assume shampoo takes care of this area, but that's not always true. After showering, use a separate cloth or rinse behind your ears specifically. Keep it dry. Damp skin can encourage bacterial growth, so always dry behind your ears completely after washing. A soft towel works best. Moisturize if needed. If your skin gets dry and flaky, apply a small amount of fragrance-free moisturizer to keep the skin healthy without clogging pores. Regular self-checks. Take a moment in the mirror to check for redness, bumps or peeling skin. If you notice irritation, an antibacterial cream or gentle healing ointment can help. Drop a comment below. Have you ever noticed a strange smell behind your ears? Or maybe you've had irritation before? Share your experience. It helps others learn. Stay tuned for the next overlooked body part that could be affecting your hygiene more than you think. Most people don't give their belly button much thought. After all, it's just a small indentation. What's the harm in forgetting to clean it? A lot, actually. Your belly button is a prime spot for dirt, sweat and bacteria to build up, and if left uncleaned, it can cause infections, unpleasant odors, and even discharge. Margaret, from our earlier story, was diligent about showering daily. But one day, she noticed a strange, sour odor coming from her belly button. She assumed it was nothing, but over time, she started feeling discomfort. One evening, she looked closer and was horrified to find a build-up of dirt and even a little redness around the area. A trip to the doctor confirmed what she never expected: a mild belly button infection caused by bacteria build-up. Neglecting your belly button can lead to unpleasant odor. The belly button is a dark, warm, and often moist space, perfect for bacteria to thrive. Over time, it can start to smell bad, even if the rest of your body is clean. Infections. A dirty belly button can lead to bacterial or even yeast infections, causing redness, swelling, and discomfort. Navel stones, omphaloliths. Yes, belly button stones are real. When dirt, oil, and dead skin accumulate, they can harden into small, dark masses that may require a doctor to remove. The good news: keeping your belly button clean is incredibly simple. Just follow these easy steps. Use a cotton swab with mild soap or rubbing alcohol. Dip a cotton swab in warm water and mild soap or rubbing alcohol if you have excess oil buildup. Gently clean inside, making sure not to be too rough. Rinse and dry thoroughly. After cleaning, use a fresh, damp cotton swab to remove any soap or residue, then pat dry with a towel. Make it a habit. You don't need to clean your belly button every day, but doing it a few times a week will keep it fresh and free from buildup. Check for signs of infection. If you notice redness, pain, or any unusual discharge, it may be a sign of infection. In that case, consult a doctor for proper care. Let's be honest. When was the last time you really cleaned your belly button? It's one of the most overlooked body parts, and most people don't realize they're neglecting it until they start noticing an odor or irritation. Comment below. Have you ever noticed build-up or an odd smell from your belly button? Or maybe you've had a mild infection before? Share your story. It might help someone else. Stay tuned for the next surprising body part most people forget to clean. If you have sagging skin or a fuller figure, this one is a must. Areas under the breasts, in skin folds, or around the stomach tend to trap sweat, oil, and bacteria, creating the perfect environment for rashes, fungal infections, and discomfort. Margaret, 67, had always been mindful about hygiene, but she started noticing red, itchy patches under her breasts and in the folds of her stomach. At first, she assumed it was just irritation from heat or her bra rubbing against her skin. But as days passed, the itching worsened, and she began feeling a burning sensation. When she finally checked the area in a mirror, she was shocked. The skin was raw, irritated, and peeling. A quick doctor's visit confirmed she had intertrigo, a common condition where moisture and friction in skin folds lead to painful rashes and yeast overgrowth. Like many people, She didn't realize just how much sweat and bacteria accumulate in these areas throughout the day. Neglecting skin folds can lead to rashes and chafing. Friction from skin rubbing together combined with trapped moisture can create raw, irritated patches. Fungal and bacterial infections. Warm, damp skin is the perfect breeding ground for yeast and bacteria, leading to infections like candida, which are yeast infections and bacterial overgrowth. Unpleasant odor. When bacteria and sweat mix, they produce a musty, sour smell that can linger even after showering. Skin breakdown. Over time, prolonged moisture and friction can cause skin peeling, sores, and discomfort that may require medical treatment. Thankfully, preventing irritation and infection is easy with a few simple changes. Wash and dry thoroughly. When showering, be sure to gently cleanse under the breasts and in skin folds with mild soap and warm water. Rinse well and pat, don't rub. The area dry with a clean towel. Absorb moisture with powder. A light dusting of cornstarch powder or antifungal powder can help absorb excess sweat and keep skin dry. Avoid talcum powder as it may cause irritation. Wear breathable fabrics. Opt for cotton bras and loose-fitting clothing that allow air circulation, preventing excess moisture buildup. Use an anti-chafing balm. If chafing is a problem, try applying a fragrance-free barrier cream or anti-chafing balm to protect the skin. Check your skin regularly. If you notice persistent redness, itching, or an odd smell, take action immediately before it worsens. This is a topic many people don't talk about, but it's incredibly common, especially for seniors or those with a fuller figure. Have you ever experienced irritation or chafing under the breasts or in skin folds? If so, you're not alone. Drop a comment below. What's your best tip for keeping these areas clean and comfortable? Your advice could help someone else. Hygiene isn't just about looking clean, it's about feeling comfortable, preventing infections, and taking care of the body you're in. Stay tuned for the next overlooked body part that deserves your attention. Most people focus on washing their hands, face, and underarms, but what about the back of your knees and elbows? These areas may not seem like hygiene hotspots, but they trap sweat, bacteria, and dead skin cells, especially in warm weather. If left uncleaned, they can lead to dry, flaky skin, irritation, and even bacterial infections. Margaret, 67, always made sure to wash her face and arms, but never gave much thought to her knees and elbows. Over time, she started noticing rough, dry patches on her elbows and an odd sticky feeling behind her knees after long walks. At first, she ignored it, but then the dryness turned into itchy, scaly skin, and the back of her knees developed small red bumps. A trip to her dermatologist revealed that these overlooked areas had bacteria buildup and mild dermatitis due to sweat and friction. Neglecting these areas can lead to dry, cracked skin. The elbows and back of the knees lack oil glands, making them prone to flakiness and irritation. Sweat and bacteria build up. In warmer months, sweat gets trapped in these skin folds, leading to odor and bacterial growth, rashes and chafing. The constant bending and movement of these joints create friction, which can lead to painful rashes, redness and discomfort. Increased risk of skin infections. Unwashed sweat and bacteria can seep into tiny cracks in the skin, leading to fungal or bacterial infections. Taking care of your elbows and the back of your knees is simple yet effective. First, gently scrub with a soft sponge. When showering, use a soft sponge or washcloth with mild soap to gently cleanse these areas. This helps remove trapped sweat and bacteria. Next, moisturize after showering. Apply a fragrance-free lotion or natural oil like coconut or shea butter to keep the skin hydrated and prevent dryness. Also, exfoliate once a week. A gentle exfoliation using a mild scrub or a soft loofah removes dead skin buildup, keeping your elbows soft and smooth. Stay dry and fresh. If you sweat a lot, pat dry with a towel after exercising or use a small amount of cornstarch powder to keep these areas fresh. Finally, wear breathable clothing. Loose, cotton-based clothing helps prevent sweat buildup and irritation, especially in hot weather. Be honest. When was the last time you really paid attention to the back of your knees or elbows? It's so easy to forget about these areas until they become dry, itchy or irritated. Comment below, have you ever dealt with dry elbows or sweaty knees? What's your go-to solution? Sharing your experience could help someone else. Stay tuned for the final hygiene tip that could change your routine for the better. Most people wash their feet but forget between the toes. Big mistake. This small oversight can lead to fungal infections, bad odors, and even balance issues as we age. Keeping your feet clean isn't just about fresh-smelling shoes. It's about protecting your overall health and mobility. Margaret, 67, always thought she had good hygiene, but she started noticing a strong odor coming from her feet, even right after a shower. She also felt itchiness between her toes, but brushed it off as dry skin. A few weeks later, her feet became so irritated that it hurt to walk. A podiatrist confirmed she had athlete's foot, a common fungal infection caused by moisture and bacteria build-up between the toes. Neglecting proper foot hygiene can lead to fungal infections like athlete's foot. A damp, warm environment between the toes is the perfect place for fungus to thrive, leading to itching, redness and peeling skin. Bad odors, trapped sweat and bacteria cause persistent foot odor that regular washing won't fix unless you clean between the toes. Painful cracks and skin breakdown. Dry, neglected skin can crack, making walking painful and increasing the risk of bacterial infections. Balance issues. Poor foot hygiene can lead to calluses, fungal infections and weakened skin, which affects stability and mobility, especially in seniors. Your feet carry you through life, so they deserve some extra care. Here's how to keep them in top shape. Wash between the toes. Daily. Use warm water and mild soap, making sure to clean between every toe. A washcloth or soft brush can help remove stubborn dirt. Dry thoroughly. No moisture left behind. After washing, dry carefully between each toe with a towel to prevent fungal growth. Even a little moisture can create problems. Use foot powder or antifungal spray. If you sweat a lot, apply cornstarch powder or an antifungal powder to keep the skin dry and prevent infections. Moisturize the rest of the foot, but not between the toes. While it's important to hydrate the soles and heels, avoid putting lotion between the toes as excess moisture can encourage fungus. Change socks regularly. Wear breathable, moisture-wicking socks and change them at least once a day, more if your feet sweat a lot. Go barefoot when safe. Give your feet some fresh air at home to reduce moisture buildup and keep skin healthy. Be honest, do you actually wash between your toes every time you shower? Many people skip it without realizing how important it is. Your feet carry you every single day. Treat them well. With these simple habits, you can stay fresh, prevent infections, and walk comfortably for years to come. We often focus on washing our hands and face, but as we've seen, it's the forgotten areas that can cause the biggest problems. By paying attention to these 5 overlooked spots, behind the ears, the belly button, under the breasts and skin folds, the back of the knees and elbows and between the toes, you can prevent infections, reduce odors and improve overall comfort. Margaret, 67, thought she had a solid hygiene routine, but once she started making these small adjustments, she noticed a huge difference. Her skin felt fresher. She no longer had random itchiness, and even small aches and irritations disappeared. Sometimes the little things we ignore are the ones that impact our well-being the most. Prevent skin infections and rashes. Proper hygiene keeps bacteria and fungi at bay, reducing irritation and discomfort. Stay fresher and more comfortable. No more hidden odors or sticky, sweaty areas. Boost overall health. Healthy skin and clean body folds mean fewer doctor visits and better mobility, especially as we age. Remember, small daily habits add up to a longer, healthier life. Taking an extra minute in the shower to clean these areas can save you from unnecessary discomfort and health issues down the road. Did any of these surprise you? Let us know in the comments. Which of these areas do you tend to forget the most? If you found this helpful, hit that like button. It helps more people discover these important hygiene tips. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. A friend, parent, or loved one might benefit from these simple but powerful changes. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another essential health tip. Because self-care is the key to a better